Martell Holt really thinks he cannot be touched, and that is the exact reason people are calling him out now more than ever. Over the past 2 years, fans have watched him spiral deeper into legal issues, social media drama, and bold acts of defiance against court orders. It is almost like he is trying to create his own version of reality in front of the cameras and on Instagram, hoping that if he performs hard enough and distracts people with his antics, they will forget the truth about what is really happening behind the scenes. But the cracks are showing, and behind those cracks is a man who is not just losing a custody battle with Melody Shari, but also losing control of the entire story he once worked so hard to control. To really understand how messy this has become, we need to look at the court orders that Martell has chosen to ignore. 2 years ago, a judge did not simply make a suggestion, he gave a direct order. The order was clear. Martell had to complete a psychological evaluation and attend counseling. This was not meant as a light punishment or a suggestion that he could put off until it felt convenient. It was a serious red flag from the legal system saying, something about Martell's behavior is not right and it needs to be addressed before it gets worse. But Martell completely ignored it. 2 full years have gone by and he has not followed through. No counseling sessions, no evaluation, no progress, nothing but excuses and endless social media posts. Now let us think about this for a second. Imagine if Melody had done the exact same thing. If Melody had ignored a judge's orders for 2 years, social media would have ripped her apart. The court might have even sanctioned her or taken steps to remove custody rights. She would have faced harsh consequences, and she would not have been allowed to continue posting selfies and living life like nothing ever happened. But Martell has been able to walk around freely, acting as though the legal system does not apply to him. And honestly, people are fed up with the double standard. What makes this situation worse is that instead of just following the judge's orders, Martell actually had the nerve to file an appeal after a ruling went against him. Imagine ignoring the court for 2 years and then having the audacity to act like you are the one being wronged. He is carrying himself like the whole world is attacking him when in reality, he is the one refusing to do the work. He is the one ignoring orders. He is the one playing games. And fans are quick to point out that this is not about justice at all. This is about Martell dragging things out to delay real consequences. It is about keeping Melody stuck in court battles, draining her energy, and making her life harder, even though she has tried again and again to move forward peacefully. Melody has shown up to court. She has followed the rules. She has done the work and tried to create a safe space for her children. But Martell keeps pulling her back into his chaos. It is almost like he cannot stand the thought of her living in peace without him. Every ignored order, every appeal, every unnecessary court date is a tactic designed to keep her tied to him. And sadly, the system seems to be allowing it, whether by choice or by neglect. This is not just about legal battles or social media shade. This goes much deeper, because at the heart of this mess are the children who are being forced to live in the middle of all this drama. The children are not toddlers anymore. These are 4 growing kids who are smart, aware, and emotionally sensitive. They know when their mother is stressed. They know when their father is being messy. And they definitely know when life feels unfair. They do not have to overhear whispers or rumors to know what is going on. Social media makes everything visible. They can scroll, they can read, and they can sense the weight of every adult decision happening around them. Fans online are calling this psychological warfare, and they are not wrong, because if we are being honest, Martell is not fighting for custody out of pure love or protection for his kids. He is using custody as his last piece of leverage over Melody. It is his way of keeping her bound to him even though she has tried to break free. This is not about being a devoted father. This is about control. And the saddest part is that Martell does not even try to hide it. He moves like a man who believes consequences are only for other people. He acts as if the rules do not apply to him. Now let us talk about the double standard and how Martell handles things with his children. He proudly posts pictures of his son with Ariane Curry, the same woman he cheated on Melody with, smiling as if nothing ever happened. But when it comes to the children he shares with Melody, suddenly he sets up all these strict rules about how they should not be posted or seen online. Fans see it for what it is, control. If Martell cannot control the narrative, he does not want it out there. And people are calling him out on the hypocrisy. Through all of this, Melody has not been playing the victim. She has been living as a survivor. While Martell throws tantrums in court and paints himself as the one being attacked, Melody has been quietly doing the work. She is not chasing sympathy. She is protecting her children and fighting for her peace. Anyone paying attention can see that she is exhausted, but she is not broken. And that quiet strength is exactly why so many people are rallying behind her. The sad truth is that Martell seems to be strategic about this chaos. He knows that as long as he keeps Melody stuck in court, she will never truly be free of him. She will never have the full space to thrive without his shadow looming. That is why the battles never end. He does not want resolution. He wants exhaustion. Every time Melody takes a step forward, Martell throws another obstacle in her way. Another filing, another accusation, another dig on social media disguised as concern for the kids. Fans have noticed the pattern, and they are calling it out for what it is: punishment. This is not parenting. This is punishment. Punishment for leaving him. Punishment for standing strong. Punishment for healing out loud while he is still stuck in denial. The involvement of Ariane Curry only adds to the chaos. Her name refuses to disappear because she remains part of Martell's world. The moment she had a child with him, she became a permanent fixture. And Martell has not exactly kept her quiet. Instead, he parades her around proudly as if daring anyone to challenge him. And the problem is that when Martell refuses to set boundaries, everyone suffers, especially the children. Ariane has thrown shade at Melody publicly on multiple occasions. Instead of shutting it down, Martell allows it to swirl around his family. That is not protection. That is pettiness. And let's be real, if the roles were reversed, if Melody had a man in her life who constantly disrespected Martell online, the backlash would have been immediate. But Martell allows Ariane to speak recklessly, and fans see straight through it. The heartbreaking part is that the kids are not clueless. They see the contradictions. They feel the tension. They know which parent is holding the family together and which one is tearing it apart. This situation did not have to be like this. Martell had options. He could have stepped up, followed through on counseling, admitted his mistakes, and built a healthy co-parenting relationship with Melody. He could have shown his kids what true growth looks like. Instead, he chose ego and control, and now he is stuck in a cycle of his own making. Meanwhile, Melody has continued to set an example. She is not perfect, but she is present. She is showing her kids what resilience looks like. She is teaching them that strength does not always mean being loud. It means standing firm even when life keeps throwing obstacles in your way. Her quiet consistency speaks louder than any caption Martell could ever post. Fans are noticing the difference, but patience is running out. People are tired of seeing Martell ignore court orders with no consequences. 2 years is not a mistake. 2 years is a choice. And fans are demanding accountability. They want to see real consequences because warnings and court dates clearly have not worked. At this point, many believe the case should be moved out of Madison County altogether because they feel Martell is being protected by a system that is supposed to be neutral. That belief is breaking trust in the process, and it is leaving people frustrated and heartbroken. Through all of this, the kids are the ones paying the highest price. They did not choose this fight. They did not ask to be dragged into social media drama or courtroom battles. All they wanted was peace and stability, but instead, they are being forced to live in a constant emotional tug-of-war. Every ignored order, every shady post, every appeal chips away at the foundation of the safe childhood they deserve. One day, those children will look back and remember who fought for them and who dragged them into battles they never asked for. That is what makes this entire situation so tragic. Martell had the chance to grow and build something better, but he refused. Instead, He doubled down on control and now he is scrambling to hold on to a mask that is already cracked. Even his most loyal supporters are falling silent because it is hard to keep defending a man who ignores court orders, uplifts the woman he cheated with, and constantly tears down the woman who raised his children. Meanwhile, Melody has not had to shout. Her actions speak for themselves. She has protected her children, respected the court, and avoided unnecessary drama online. That is why her support continues to grow. People see her strength and believe in her because she has shown consistency where Martell has shown nothing but chaos. At the end of the day, this story is about more than just a custody battle. It is about the dangers of pride and ego. It is about what happens when one parent refuses to grow and instead uses their children as pawns in a personal battle. Martell has spent years trying to control the story, ignoring court orders, and painting himself as the victim. But the truth is always louder than the performance. Fans are seeing through him now more than ever, and it is only a matter of time before accountability comes knocking. The saddest part of all is that the 4 children who never asked for this are caught in the middle of it. They wanted peace, love, and 2 parents who could put their egos aside for their sake. Melody has been trying to do just that, while Martell keeps choosing pride and control. But pride never wins in the end. What wins is truth. What lasts is love. And no matter how long Martell delays, drags, and performs, the truth is closing in. Accountability is coming, and when it does, people will remember who fought for peace and who fought for control.